What it do, what it do, what it do, good people, coming to you live from Taz TV 410. I'm your host, Taz Dean. Before we even get started, I need you to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Again, like, share, subscribe to the channel. People, I ain't gonna hold you long. No, indeed. No. However, I'm here to peel back this 1990. Yeah, the year of 1990, people. Yeah, I'm gonna do a whole series for the whole 90s. However, but we're gonna start right here with 1990, beginning of an era. Times was changing. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta talk about that. You know, I like to thank people. I like to thank you all for the support that y'all continue to show me, and the support that I know y'all can continue to support me with. However, let's get with this, good people. 1990, year in basketball. 1990, George Bush was the president. Y'all remember, say no to drugs. 1990, Mayor Kurt Smoke was Baltimore mayor. And what he was champion at the time? Legalized drugs. Now at the time, people thought he was crazy and out of his mind. Now let's fast forward to 2022. You got the people over there in Seattle, Washington. It's legal over there. Not saying it's right or wrong, but you can see how times have changed, how laws have changed, and everything else. In 1980, we started putting in these type of laws, which was this crack cocaine and powder cocaine. I don't even, y'all already know the history with that, so we ain't even gonna go there. But let's talk about it though. 1990, I was 10 years old in 1990. Still eating free lunch. 1990, I love football better than I like basketball. 1990, Buster Douglas was the world champion. I still feel some type of way, Mike Tyson. I do. 1990, Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker. R.I.P. Rest his soul was a champion. 1990, UNLV NCAA champs, led by Larry Johnson, Stacey Adams, and Greg Anthony. 1990, Standard Girls won a national championship. Yes, indeed. I mean, people. I'm just trying to give you an overview in the guys and the gals that wasn't even around at the time. Just pay attention. 1990, the Detroit Pistons won their second world title. Yes, indeed. 1990, Jordan was coming back too. Yeah. 1990, the world paused. It didn't stop, but it paused. Magic Johnson came out with the HIV. Yes, indeed. Scared everybody. Salute the Magic. 1990 in the league. Magic retired, came back for the All-Star game and won it. Won an MVP of the All-Star game. I still remember the game like it was yesterday. You know, shout out to Magic again. 1990, our Olympic team took Kenny Anderson and Lonzo Mourning. Christian Laettner over there. We ain't do too good because the dream team was coming right at. 1990, we had the girl Cynthia Cooper. Therese Edwards was leading the charge in women's basketball. And when I say they went over there and handled business, they beat teams about 30, 40, 50 points. So yeah, that's what we was doing in 1990. You had Anthony Hardaway and Chris Webber coming out of high school, the two top dogs. Now, one thing I like to say at that time, 1990, I don't understand. Now, Penny could have went straight to the league, people. He could have went straight to the league. And I'm pretty sure he probably was even thinking it. Because he failed 4 of his 5 classes his senior year. And I'm like, as a senior, come on, Penny. Shout out to Penny Hardaway right now, coach of Memphis University. Now we're gonna bring it back home. Because in high school, no, in high school, the number, let's hold on before we get back on. The number one high school that year in boys was King High School. Yes, King High School. They was loaded. They was definitely loaded. They went back and forth with 1 and 2 with Southwestern out of Flint. They had Jalen Rose, Howard Osby on the team, Sean Respite on the team. So they was flip-flopping 1 and 2 all year long. However, they was flip-flopping because King was under investigation. However, it was proved that they ain't do no wrongdoing. So they continued, so they got the national championship, the number 1 rank at the end of the year. For the girls, I couldn't find, the only thing I could find was Western High School, 27-0, Coach Breezy Bishop. I could, and people, we could sit up here and we could debate this. Breezy Bishop, the best coach in the area. I know y'all saying, man, come on, Ted, you tripping. You had the license, Coach Pete Pompey, you had the license, Coach Wade, you know, you got the license Tree right now, you got the license of so many different coaches. Clatchy, you know, Coach Clatchy. I mean, come on, Coach Wells. I mean, I could keep going. But let me stop. Because we're gonna keep on pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing. Western was, like I said, Western High School was led Coach Breezy Bishop to a 27-0, led by Dana Johnson, freshman phenom Keisha Ford. Now Dana Johnson ended up going to the University of Tennessee. Keisha Floyd ended up transferring out of Western. However, she ended up going on to Georgia Tech and then to the WNBA. And I want to say she joined the services after that. Shout out to Keisha. Now let's bring it back locally, good people. Yeah, let's bring it back locally. Baltimore, stand up. If you ain't like the video by now, like it. If you're not subscribed to the channel right now, you need to. So subscribe. Now, people, Western was at this time. Western ain't had no in the city. Western ain't had no rival. I'm gonna say that. The closest thing that came to a Western rival was Walbrook, right? Now, Western, they had some dogs on their team because they just didn't have Dana and Keisha. You had Kelly Evans, you had Nia and McClain, and I want to say that Nia made first team All Metro this year. Keisha made first team, and you know Dana was the player of the year. However, Walbrook had Tina. Walbrook had Tina. Locally for the boys, we had Zeke Marshall from the St. Paul School, won an All Metro Player of the Year. For the MSAB conference, you had Tyrone Harvey from Carlin, win a MSAB conference Player of the Year. And people for the youngins, now they had the MSA, the MSB, and the MSC, right, conference. It wasn't a state tournament at this time. So when I'm talking and I'm saying MSA, MSB, yes, you had the Catholic League, you had the Catholic League and the City League, and the city teams playing against each other at this time. And they was in different conferences. That's how we split up. It wasn't Catholic League, it wasn't City League. To a certain extent it was, but however, for the most part, it was the MSAs. The Catholic League still had their own little thing, but they also played the city team. It was also underneath the umbrella. However, again, let me say this again, the MSAB conference, Player of the Year, Tyrone Harris out of Carlin. The MSAB first team, you heard Eric Bazemore. I talked to him yesterday. Dante Carter, Tyrone Harvey, Dwayne Holloway, and Mervo Rodney Wells. Shout out to the Wells brothers. Now, Coach of the Year, We had Coach Pete Pompey on the MSA 18 Player of the Year. And this is the youngest Player of the Year ever, Dante Bright. This is when Dante was a sophomore, right? This is when he was a sophomore. Got the Player of the Year. However, for the All Metro team, you had Terrence Alexander, Dante Bright, Matt Campbell, Ted Cottrell, Jake DeValley. He was the Catholic League MVP. The coach of the Catholic League that year was Coach Mike Daniels. Then you had, for the All Metro team, you had Devin Gray, Adam Johnson, Ron Lucas, Zeke Marshall Player of the Year, and Danny Robinson. Now, people, this is like I said before, it's the beginning of a new era. You know, Southern was the big dog at this time. Coming into the season, Southern was ranked #1. At the end of the season, Southern finished #1. But Southern, let's peel it back a little bit. Because it didn't go according to plan like Southern probably thought it would. They split with Dunbar, lost to Dunbar the first time. Adam and Dante go at it, you know. You had Mike Lloyd, you had Terrence show up, got that W. You also had Southern and Lake Clifton. Now Southern beat Lake. Southern beat Lake. This is a Ron Lucas Lake Clifton team now. Ron Lucas is a senior at this time. Ron Lucas, I like to salute you, my brother. Because I didn't know you finished it. I didn't know you finished with 1,265 points. I didn't know you was a 4-year starter. And in your senior year, you averaged 18, 9 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks a game. That was tough. That was tough. However, and I understand that you've seen a lot of defenses, a lot of different defenses to slow you down. Now, at this time, people, in the papers, they were saying Adam and Ron Lucas was the biggest, was the top big boys in the town. At least that's what they were saying at the beginning of the season. Yeah, they were saying that at the beginning of the season. You still had Jermaine Porter from over there at Walbrook, RIP, over there making noise. I want to say they beat Southern. Walbrook beat Southern that year. Now, Southern was led by David Cason and Adam Johnson. Now, David Cason averaged 9 points that year. Adam Johnson, I ain't know Adam, this is his 4th year playing. It was his 4th year playing. Averaged a double-double, you know, averaged a double-double. Handled his business, you know. At this time, you had St. Francis. St. Francis was rolling with Devin Gray. Devin Gray and Eric Carroll down there. Shout out RIP Eric Carroll. Calvin Hall. They had the Valley. They ain't win, but they had the Valley. Towson Catholic. They had Danny Robinson, Kobe Bryant cousin. Now, quick story on Towson Catholic, Danny Robinson. You had 4 starters get put out the team for 2 weeks due to academic. Danny carried the load. Danny carried the load, averaging 24 points at this time. Now, people, I hear a lot of stories about Danny. They say he was a straight bucket, straight bucket go getter, you know, straight bucket go getter. I would love to talk to Danny. I would love to talk to him. So now let's talk about let's really talk about some things. Now, y'all know that I went to Dunbar, and if you didn't know, I went to Dunbar. So I'm always intrigued to learn even more and more about my school and what surrounded the players, everything, transfers, everything. I just like to know everything. However, this was another cycle also, the beginning of an era. This was the beginning of another era down Dunbar. Now, this year is supposed to have been a year they supposed to rebuild. Dante Bright was only a sophomore. Terrence Alexander was a junior. Michael Lloyd was a sophomore. Now, people, I get excited sometimes because I'm looking, I said, oh, they was babies. They ain't even supposed to do what they was doing. They beat everybody. Dante put everyone on notes. Now Dante Bright he was a freshman playing down Dunbar, playing varsity down Dunbar, right? Sophomore year, he took over as the best player in the area. He did. The best player in his sophomore year, he took over as the best player in the area. He was the youngest. He was the first sophomore, what would they say, in over 15, 20 years to receive a player of the year, the MSA player of the year. So he's putting everybody on notice, right? Putting everyone on notice. You had a young Mike Lloyd. Mike Lloyd the year before that played JV. Putting people on notice. And then Terrence, the sharpshooter, Terrence, the quiet assassin, putting people on notice. Now people. This before Keith Booth was even there. Keith Booth wasn't there yet. However, season goes on. Southern comes back and play Dunbar for the championship. Now I'm getting above myself because Dunbar played Lake Clifton to go to the championship. Tough game, close game. Lake almost won. Dunbar takes the lead at the end of the game, wins the game. It goes on to play against Southern. Another tough Dunbar Southern game. Southern gets the W, gets the victory. Finished. I think they matter of fact, yeah, they finished. Did they finish in the top 25? I know they started in the top 25 in the country, but did they finish? I'm not sure. However, that was 1990, people. That was 1990, the year 1990. You had your Southern Bulldogs leading the beginning of the era. Now, stay tuned because I'm coming back with 1991. I'm in the mix of still reading, still getting down to, because I don't want to just talk about the East Side teams. You had Carver over there, you had Walbrook over there, you had Emerson over there, you know, and you had some scores. Northwestern, man, played everybody tough, man. In 1990, Northwestern played Dunbar. Dunbar only won by 2 points. Northwestern played Southern close. And the reason why I point out Northwestern, because when I was in high school, they played this tight all 3 years we played them, all 3 years. So I had a lot of respect for those guys up in Park Heights playing basketball, Northwest Baltimore. A lot of respect. They just couldn't finish the deal. But people coming live and direct, coming live from Taz TV. Don't forget, subscribe, like to the channel. We got some interviews coming up. Keep the content going. Till next time. Holla.